You search for a flight. You see a great price. $300, direct, perfect timing. You feel like you found a deal. But by the time you reach checkout, the price is very different. And it didn't go up because of taxes. It went up because of fees. You find it, the perfect flight at an unbelievably low price. It feels like a victory, a travel hack that puts a dream destination within reach. But that initial, advertised fare is often just the beginning of the story. It's the headline, designed to draw you in before the fine print slowly reveals itself. Today, let's talk about how airlines have mastered the art of turning those cheap tickets into surprisingly expensive trips, and why most of us never quite see where all the money really goes until it's too late. This modern pricing strategy is built on a foundation of add-ons and ancillary fees, a complex web of charges for things that were once considered standard. To understand how this works, we need to deconstruct the journey, starting from the very first fee you're likely to encounter. Let's start with baggage. It wasn't that long ago that checking a bag was an unremarkable part of flying. It was simply included in the price of your ticket. But over the last 2 decades, that standard has been almost completely dismantled. Airlines began unbundling their fares, stripping out services to offer a lower base price while charging separately for each component. Checked luggage was one of the first and most profitable things to become an add-on, fundamentally changing how we budget for air travel. There was a time not too long ago when checking a suitcase was an assumed part of the air travel experience. It was a simple, inclusive service. However, the landscape of airfare has fundamentally shifted. In an effort to advertise lower initial ticket prices, airlines began a process of unbundling, separating the core service of transportation from the amenities that once came with it. The first and most significant of these was the checked bag. Now, paying for checked baggage is the industry norm. This practice, once the hallmark of budget carriers, has been adopted by nearly all major airlines for domestic and even many international routes. The attractive headline price you see is often just for you and a small personal item. Anything more, and the fees begin. For a standard suitcase, you can expect to pay between $30 and $60 each way, and these fees are tiered. Your second checked bag will almost always cost more than your first. It's also crucial to note when you pay. Purchasing your baggage allowance online during booking is typically the cheapest option. Waiting to pay at the airport check-in counter can result in a significant surcharge. This means a simple round trip with just one checked bag can easily add $70 or more to your total cost. For a family of 4, that could be an additional $300. Suddenly, that deal on airfare looks very different. This is the first and often most impactful ancillary fee that transforms the advertised price into the true cost of your journey. And here's the trick. People choose flights based on ticket price, not total travel cost. So the airline looks cheaper until you actually travel. Next comes seat selection. At first it looks optional, but if you're traveling with family or you don't want to sit in the middle, you end up paying. Window seat, extra charge. Aisle seat, extra charge. Sitting together, almost always an extra charge. By the time you choose seats, another $40 to $100 disappears. Then there's carry-on fees on some airlines. This one catches people off guard. You think you avoided baggage fees by bringing a carry-on, only to find out it also costs extra. At the gate, with no choice but to pay. Now let's talk about priority boarding. This one is pure psychology. No one wants to be last in line, so airlines sell early boarding even though the plane leaves at the same time for everyone. You're not buying speed, you're buying comfort and certainty, and that costs money too. Another hidden cost is ticket flexibility. Basic economy tickets are cheap, but they often come with strict rules. No changes, no refunds, sometimes no seat selection. If your plans change, that cheap ticket becomes very expensive. Some change fees can be higher than the original ticket price. Now let's talk about the most invisible fee of all, dynamic pricing. Airlines adjust prices constantly, based on demand, time of day, search behavior. If you search the same route multiple times, prices can increase. Not because the flight is filling up, but because the system predicts you're interested. So the act of shopping can actually raise the price you pay. Here's another one most people don't think about. Travel insurance add-ons. They're offered during checkout, right when you're focused on finishing the purchase. Many people click yes without reading, but some policies overlap with protections you already have through credit cards or employer benefits. So you pay twice for the same coverage without realizing it. Then there are convenience fees. Booking through third-party sites, paying with certain cards, using customer service to fix mistakes. Each small charge feels harmless, but stacked together, they turn a cheap ticket into a costly trip. Now let's zoom out for a moment. Why do airlines do this? Because ticket prices are competitive and visible. Fees are not. Airlines compete on headline prices and make profits on extras. That way, they attract customers first, then earn money later. It's not illegal, it's just quiet and very effective. Here's the part that really matters. Most people don't track total travel cost. They remember the ticket price. So mentally, they think they spent $300, but in reality, they may have spent $500 or more. That gap between perception and reality is where the fine print lives. Now here's the truth. Not all fees are avoidable, but many are predictable. If you know what you'll be charged for, when you'll be charged, and why you're being charged, you can make better choices. Sometimes that means choosing a slightly higher ticket with fewer fees. Other times it means packing differently or booking directly. The point isn't to avoid flying. When you book a flight, the number you first see is rarely the number you end up paying. That low fare is an invitation, a starting point in a complex transaction. To truly understand modern air travel, it's crucial to understand what you're actually paying for. Because in the 21st century, most airlines don't really sell flights anymore, at least not in the all-inclusive way they once did. Instead, they sell you base access to a journey from point A to point B. Think of that ticket as a key that unlocks a door. Once you're through, you're presented with a menu of choices, each with its own price tag. The ability to check a bag, the privilege of choosing your seat, the convenience of boarding early. These are no longer standard inclusions. They are ancillary services, the building blocks of your total travel experience, which you assemble and pay for one piece at a time. This unbundled approach is the fundamental business model of modern aviation. It allows for alluringly low entry prices, but often obscures the true cost until the final step. This channel exists to pull back the curtain, to make those hidden models and fee structures visible. Our goal is to give you the clarity needed to navigate this system, helping you understand not just the price of the ticket, but the total cost of your trip. Not to scare you, not to stop you from traveling, but to stop you from being surprised by the bill. Because the most expensive costs are the ones that never show up in the headline price. No hype, no drama, just the fine print.